Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ketan. I call myself that day-to-day guy because we're all just here living life day-to-day, and I'm just as normal as the next person. This is my place where let's just call it my creative outlet, shall we? But anyway, if you've been here before, thank you for supporting the channel, and if you are new here, welcome. Today's video, we're talking about the parallels between losing weight and saving money. And the two things, up until recent years, I didn't think shared so much in common. The two things that so many humans, certainly in the Western world, aspire to achieve, getting to an ideal weight and also saving money to buy things or security or whatever the case may be. And they're both those things that you start to do with every, good intention, but somewhere along the line you break and it all goes to pot. We've all been there. And even when you achieve it, there's still points throughout that journey where you're going to break and you're going to think, forget about it, and so on and so forth. But anyway, it's a bit like if you're going to lose weight, you've got to make changes. Like, you've got to start to exercise and you've got to start to eat less. So I always think of the eating less part as spending less. And obviously, the less you eat, the more you lose. And the less you spend, the more you save. Can you get the parallel there, yeah? And when you start doing this, the first few weeks, months even maybe, you're not seeing enough of a difference. And then what's happening is you end up giving up. So you might have saved, I don't know, a couple of £100, say, or 500 quid or whatever, and you think to yourself, I want to save 10, 20 grand, and the goal seems so far off that you think to yourself, nah, I'm not going to bother. And I always tell people that if you can get to a point of, like, maybe say 3 months, and you go hard, you make a sacrifice, and sacrifice is a key word. If you're not willing to make a sacrifice for the better good, you're never going to get to a point where there's going to be anything sizable enough where you feel like, I've achieved something and there's something worth saving, if you will. And that comes both with weight loss and saving money, because weight loss is obviously the whole weight thing. You've lost a couple of 100 grams, for example. It doesn't sound like a lot. When I was losing weight 2 years ago, I was losing on average half a kilo every single week, without fail. Every week, half a kilo for like 6 months, till I got down to roughly 70 kilograms, and it's pretty much what I am now. Truth be told, I'm roughly about 72.5 right now. So, yeah. But I'm very much in control of it myself, because I know when I can switch it up and increase the weight loss in the same way when it comes to saving money. And saving money, the whole thing about is, if I want to save money, I will do things like not eat out so much. And this stuff naturally happens for me in the winter as well. It's kind of the opposite of summer, because in the winter naturally you tend to eat more, but when it comes to saving money, you're less social, I find anyway. But the point I'm making throughout this whole thing is the two things are so related and have so many parallels. I invite you to do something for 90 days, 3 months, and you'll see a massive, massive difference. And then when you see that difference, so when you have, like, say, £1,000 saved up or whatever, you think to yourself, damn, like, I've achieved this, I can do more, and it spurs you on to do more. They used to be in sales years ago and talking about, like, respecting money. Not that money needs to be put on a pedestal, but people that generally tend to respect it tend to, if you think about it, if you respect people are around you more. So if they're in turn, if you respect money, then you're going to attract more of it. That sounds a bit airy-fairy, but it's true though. Because if you're somebody that just squanders money willy-nilly, then you're never going to have money. And I'm not saying, again, not putting money on a pedestal, but we live in a Western world where we need to pay our bills. We need to have a level of security for the future. And that's my biggest motivation now. It's no longer about, buying nice stuff. Like, it is nice to have nice stuff, but you know what's nicer? Peace of mind is nicer. Knowing that your bills are paid, that's the kind of ultimate win for me. You're not gonna go? Okay. So keep these things in mind, be in touch with what motivates you, what inspires you. But if you can do those two things and commit to them for 90 days, you'll see a massive, massive difference. And you won't get to that point where you want to quit. During that time, you will get to that point where you want to quit. But if you persevere, then it will just become a habit and it will become a lifestyle. Now, for me, as much as I spend money, I'm much more aware that I'm spending a percentage of what I've totally got, rather than just one whole, lump sum, i.e. my whole savings. In the same way with food. Does it mean you can't spend money on little things? No. Does it mean you can't eat the little treats that you sometimes want? No. And people ask me, like my mum, for example, will say, you're on a diet or something. And I'm not on a diet. Like, this is just, at this moment in time, I'm choosing not to indulge, because I know that tomorrow I'm going to demolish a massive piece of chocolate cake, or pick a mix at the cinema. All the stuff that I love eating, I still eat, but just with a level of control. So the same thing is with money. I still like to have, buy certain things and treat myself to certain things, but I do that when I hit certain milestones, and it makes it all the more satisfying. So, it's not about, life is here to enjoy. I'm a firm believer in that. So it's not about, save, scrimp, and then die suddenly. Like, it's not about that. It's also not about, don't enjoy the things that you like eating. So find that balance, whatever it is for you, and let me know how you get on. Set yourself a goal for 90 days and go for it. I think that pretty much sums up the two parallels between saving money and losing weight. My mind just slipped there for a second. Probably because I'm trying to concentrate on driving. So I should leave you with that, folks, and we will see you next week. Ciao for now.